Hey guys, this is the tutorial for the spelled out easiest version of the Lapbook. So this lets you know exactly what to put on each slide. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is go to Google Classroom. You're going to want to go under the topic Unit 2 and then pull up the Unit 2 slides textbook. This has every single thing that you need for the Lapbook. It goes right in order. So lesson 1 was on physical development. Lesson 2 was on intellectual development, and lesson 3 was on social and emotional development. The last page of the Lapbook, you should have notes from the documentary Babies. If you don't, Google the documentary Babies and then look at some of the articles that describe the video. So let's start at the top. For physical development, I need to define SIDS, developmental milestones, developmental tasks, colic, and jaundice. So you go into your slides and you scroll through. So the first one that's going to come up is jaundice. It's on slide 15. Read through the definition and then summarize it on your page. Next one that's going to come up, I believe, is going to be colic. Colic is on slide 24. Read over the information, jot down the definition. Developmental task and developmental milestone are going to come up here. Milestone definition is here on slide 35. Task is here also on slide 35. So SIDS, you can go back just slightly. Sorry that I forgot that one. But again, you can read through these slides. Slide 25 is where you would find SIDS. Next part asks you to give an example of the following: developmental task and developmental milestone. So you would go back into your slides. We talked about developmental milestones and tasks here. It gives you an example here and an example here. You can jot those down. Last thing that you need, 2 pictures to represent physical development. Go up to Insert, Image, search the web. Search for an example would be like baby eating. Click on it. Click Insert. Then modify the picture so it fits on your screen, and then do the same process for one more picture. Slide 2, intellectual development. So you're looking for sensory motor development, intellectual development, why we call infants scientists, and then you put 2 pictures. So if you scroll down a little bit in here, you're going to get to lesson 2. Lesson 2, intellectual development of the infant. Definition for intellectual development is on slide 68. The next one you wanted sensory motor development. Scroll down a little bit more. Sensory motor development is summarized here. We also talked about it on this page. Children learn through senses and their own actions. Why are infant scientists? On slide 80, it talks about that. Then, just like you did for the first slide, you're going to go and find 2 pictures. Next slide, get to lesson 3 and define the terms here. So lesson 3 is going to start on slide 85. So go through any slide after slide 85 to look for trust versus mistrust, attachment, social development, and emotional development. In that lesson, it also explains 3 main ways infants communicate. Finally, put your 2 pictures. On the last slide, all you needed to do was choose one of the infants that we saw in the documentary. We watched that documentary for 3 days. There's no reason that you can't think of one of those babies and then give them a rating. You can base the rating on this article here. You're just going to pull it up and read through it and see where infants should be by the end of the first year, and then rate either Mary, Hattie, Pangeo, or Bayer on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest and 1 being the lowest. Explain why here, and then submit this. Then you'll have 70 points, and that's a summative assessment.